One of the biggest mistakes you can make that's going to make them lose interest in you for good is, unfortunately, something that a lot of people are having recommended to them by other channels, other so-called experts out there, other dating coaches out there. And the big mistake is that you're showing them that you're not relationship material. Honestly, one problem with following advice from dating coaches is that saving a relationship and dating are two fundamentally different things. Meeting someone at a bar, getting them interested in you, and getting them to ask you out or give you their phone number or something, that's fundamentally different than saying, hey, is this someone that I can actually have a sustainable relationship with? I mean, I think we all know somebody who's, very popular with the opposite sex, who is in no way, in any imaginable way, a good catch for a relationship. I think most of us know someone like that. And so just because you have success in one department doesn't mean you're going to have success in other departments. If you are interested in having a relationship, what you want to be doing is you want to be showing that you are relationship material. Now, what does that mean? What is relationship material? Now, obviously, it's going to be a little bit different for each person because each person has different preferences in their partner and what they want their relationship to look like, etc. But there are some universal things that people generally look for in relationships and partners. Often on these lists are things like good communication, reliable, trustworthy, follow through, loyal, loving, things like that. Stop and think about, hey, if you were going to marry somebody and if you were going to start a family with them, how would you want your husband or wife to behave in that relationship that's going to give you ease and peace of mind? How would you want that person to behave as the potential, mother or father of your children that's going to say, hey, that is going to be a great mom or a great dad for our kids? You're not going to want someone who's mysterious, inconsistent, always keeps you guessing. I mean, unless they're telling fun jokes or something. If you gotta ask them to pick up the kid at soccer practice because you can't do it that day or something, and they're just mysterious and they don't answer your text message for 3 days or something like that, that's not relationship material, man. It's not. If you're having an argument and they walk over and start flirting with, the waiter or the waitress at the restaurant, is that relationship material? Even though it implies, high status, I got options, babe. Is that relationship material? No. That says, I'm a fair weather friend and I'm going to leave you when things get tough. Is that the person you want to marry, to have by your side through the hardships of life? Is that the person you want to go through the challenges of raising kids with? Probably not. It's not relationship material. If you want your ex to leave you, never come back, and say, thank God I dodged the bullet on that one. Follow a lot of this advice that says, be elusive, be mysterious, keep them I mean, it's one thing if you're planning a romantic date and it's all in good fun. And it's like, hey, guess where we're gonna go? I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna blindfold you. I got the whole thing planned out. Don't worry, it's gonna be magical. That's one thing. But if it's, hey, when I'm not around, you don't know if I'm planning something romantic for you, or if I'm trying to hook up with your sister, that's the bad kind of mysterious, okay? So just think about that when it comes to taking advice. Just because someone may be successful at one thing doesn't necessarily mean that their success is going to translate over into what you want. So, I mean, again, if you just want to date around, if you want to have fun with all that, okay, cool, fine, go ahead, follow that advice. But if you want to actually have deep, rich meaningful relationships that can lead to commitment, that can lead to a life together, that can lead to, a life partner, then you have to be sending out relationship green flags. You have to be the kind of person that someone can trust, that someone can count on in a tough patch, that someone can build life and reasonable expectations around. These are relationship, green flags. If your ex sees these green flags, it's going to be harder for them to move on. It's going to be harder for them to forget about you. It's going to be harder for them to not want to be in a relationship with you. If they see, the dating red flags, then, they're probably going to not be that interested. If they see that you're the same person that they hold in their mind when they think about who they broke up with, they're also not going to want to work things out with you. If you are showing them that, hey, I'm still the person that had their priorities wrong. I'm still the person that never said how they felt. I'm still the person that was never vulnerable or transparent. I'm still the person that, is never willing to talk about his feelings. All the reasons why you broke up with me, that's still me. They're not going to feel very motivated to want to work things out. So if you do want to get back together, you got to show them the relationship green flags, and you got to show them that you're not the same person that they think that you were when they left, when they broke up. You got to show them that you've grown, that you are the right type of person, that either all the mistakes that were made in the relationship were either misunderstandings, or that you've somehow learned from them and you're incorporating that in a way to better yourself. If you do this, then it's going to be significantly harder for them to, just walk away and close that door. It really will be. If you couple that with building the emotional connection, then you've really got a strong foundation to stand on. What that means is, next up, I want you to watch this video here about how to connect emotionally with your ex. It's going to tell you how to take the next step forward and to not only embody these green flags, but to really put yourself in a place where you can stand head and shoulders above anyone else out there.